Hello and welcome back to the channel today. My name is Jo and today we're going to be doing some hip mobility that is very beginner friendly, that all you need is a mat for or a soft surface to pad your bones and your body. Let's go ahead and hop straight into it. So we're going to start today on the mat in a child's pose. I have my knees really wide. If you're just starting like me here today, I suggest wider. And then we're going to walk out through the hands, push into the palms. Think about rounding the spine, selling the hips back towards the heels. And then from there, you're going to think about rounding your spine, pulling one of your knees in towards your chest. We're going to step that knee through in between your hands. And then from there, I want you to think about making your back leg really long. And this is a modified knee pigeon. So we're squaring the hips ahead like headlights. I'm thinking about kind of pulling that front hip back. And then I'm making my back leg so long. I like to point my toes until I can feel a stretch in both of my hips. The one that's forward and then the one that's back. So a little stretch right there on that one. And then somewhere around the glute or the shin on the other side. From there, I like to plant the palms. And you can either stay really tall through the spine or you can start to come really low to the ground. From here, we're just finding a position where we can feel this stretch. If you need to feel a little bit more in that front hip, you can slide that foot in towards your body to come into more of a pigeon shape. And then I'm saying here to think about sending your hip back, that front one, because you'll get a bigger stretch. From here, we're going to take really big breaths. Inhaling in through the nose, expanding into where you feel sensation here. Exhaling to let it go out the nose, out the mouth. And then this is one of my favorite positions to kind of find some movement here. So you can kind of wiggle, waggle, side to side. And the main thing is that we're just breathing into what we feel. Big inhales, big exhales. Couple more big breaths in the shape. And then we'll slowly begin to press up. And then we're going to do that exact same thing on the other side. Meeting back into that child's pose, rounding the spine. You can always take a couple breaths here first. And then as you're ready, we're going to think about pulling that other knee in, stepping it forward in between your hands. Right away, we're sending that back leg out really long. Think about kind of walking it back until we can feel that stretch in the back hip. Square your hips like headlights ahead. And from there, if you want a little more, you can shimmy that front foot in towards the body. And we're sending that hip back behind you. So we get a really big stretch in the glute. You could stay tall or you could come like really low how I am here. And we're thinking about taking big breaths, and I'm showing you a little wiggle waggle. So feel free to find some movement, kind of going from side to side, twisting the hips, twisting the body. And the most important thing here is that we're bringing the breath. Taking big inhales, expanding into where you feel this one in the back of the hip, could be in both hips. And then exhale out the nose, out the mouth, allowing your body to melt a little closer to the ground. Couple more breaths in stillness. We're just evening it out. And then we'll press up into the hands, pull that knee back into the chest, send it back into that child's pose. You're welcome to take a little sway here or in any yoga pose, and then we're going to do that exact same thing. So pull that leg in. You're thinking about squaring the hips ahead, make that back leg longer behind you until you feel a stretch in both of your hips. And then we'll think about kind of lifting out of the floor. And this is going to be a mermaid variation, and we can try to pull that back leg in. You could also use a yoga strap in your hand to help bring that foot a little closer to you, and you'll get a really nice stretch happening somewhere in this back hip. If you can't hold on or you don't have a strap available to you, just trying to hold that leg up at all, even without a strap, is amazing for your hip mobility. And we're just here breathing in this shape, finding our edge today where it feels good, and then we'll set it down. Your toes will turn out. We're going to think about bringing your belly button over towards your back knee. And then from there, we'll think about sending that hip back behind you a little bit. And then I just want you to imagine you could breathe here. Breathe into the hip, breathe into the back, wherever you feel the sensation in your sides, like you could expand into it with your breath. Taking big inhales to fill up into the shape, taking big exhales to let it go. I suggest holding all of these today for around 5 to 10 breaths. We'll spin back, pull that knee into the chest, send it back to meet the other, and then we'll do that exact same thing on the same side. Notice how that feels. And then pull that other knee in. We're back into this shape. Make that back leg longer so you feel a stretch in that back hip. Hips are square. You can modify by pulling that foot in to more of a pigeon. And then we'll give a little lift out of the ground through the hips. We'll either hold onto that back leg with our hand, our elbow, or a strap, or maybe you just hold. Think about squeezing that heel in towards your glute here. And then we're just breathing. This is a pretty big stretch. Finding a version today that feels good in our body. That leg's going to go back just like we did on the other side, belly button over towards that back knee. We're breathing into the sensation that's present. I'm thinking about sending my hip back a little if I can. Big inhale, expanding front, side, back of the rib cage. Exhale to let it go. Again, we're holding here, expanding 5 to 10 breaths. Rotate those hips back. Send it back. We're in that child's pose. Notice how you feel. Take a breath. Lovely. Feel free to hang out in this shape, in these shapes, for as long as you like. These could be a part of your stretch routine. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow, like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Happy moving.